complete disclosure, this Waffle Wednesday is recorded on a Monday after Gaydon. So it's the 11th of July as I'm recording this. However, because I left Agatha out all night on the drive coming back from Gaydon, and I've treated myself to a run to work and back in it on the Monday, I thought I'd record a waffle in it because it's very, very rare I use Agatha for work. It also ties up with the fact that I'm now coming to the end of the full tank of fuel that I put in Agatha to go to Enfield. If you look back at my older videos, when I had the run down to Enfield, which was a 250 mile round trip, I brimmed the tank with E10. I know. And I found no detrimental driving issues with using E10 in it. Of course, disclaimer is, E10 fuel can be up to 10% ethanol. You never know. So unless you're a fuel analyst, the E10 that you're buying might be E3, might be E4, you just don't know. So running on E10 as we are at the moment, I've found no difference to running on E5 as I have previously. But again, the E5 could have been E3. It could be exactly the same thing. We'll never know. But I'm just really running the same sort of scenario with the Rover at the minute. Again, I filled the Rover with E10, did a tank-to-tank test. It's now running on E5 to see if there's any different. I won't be able to tell in the Allegro a tank-to-tank test, unfortunately, because I will not fill this car up again this year. I know that sounds crazy to say. We're only in July as I'm filming this, but I've got a lot more campervan stuff booked. Agatha's going home now, and she'll go in the garage till at least mid-August. Horrible to say, but unfortunately that's what's going to happen. We're now not in the red yet, but we're well down towards it. I'm hoping I took a screenshot, or at least said out loud the mileage when I filled up with E10, just so I could see how many miles I will have done to this tank full. All I could tell you is we did Enfield and back, which was 250 miles. We did Gaydon and back yesterday, which was 120 miles. So that's 370. Work and back is around 30 miles. So we'll have done at least 400 miles to this tank of fuel in the Allegro. Which is pretty good going, I think. You know, it's fairly frugal, I think. It's quite good. I'll never know because, as I say, I'm not going to fill up tank to tank, but I'm quite happy with the economy, and as I say, with the running of the vehicle, I cannot tell any difference. As you know, with the fuel pipes that we've done recently, they were quite good inside, but I wouldn't expect the E10 to damage them instantly. That would be crazy. But again, until we get on in a few years, we'll never know what damage it does to the inside of pumps and carburetors and stuff. But I think I'm quite happy at the moment that I would happily fill it up with E10 in future if I was going on a long journey. But as I say, this is going to go back now in the garage, and when I get it out again, I'll make the calculation to stick like 20 quid's worth in if I'm going somewhere. The next big trip for this car, who knows? I mean, at the moment I'm planning on going to Milton Keynes in September in the Rover. So Agatha may only do little journeys now for the rest of the year. It's a shame, but it just is what it is, I'm afraid. I love the car, I love meeting my friends in the car, but I love my camping even more. You know, I bought a really nice camper van for a reason, and I like to go camping. I wish I'd got more free time, really. So if anybody wins the lottery, send me all your money. I can give up work, I can film car shows for those that like it, and I can film camper van stuff for those that like that, and you can fund it for me. How's that sound? Don't swear, come on. So yeah, this is my normal trip home from work. I like to come, this is where I do a lot of my test drivey stuff, as you know. This is an area called Catton Park, where they have lots of music festivals on along here. If you've heard of a festival called Bloodstock, where they have a lot of rock bands, that's along here. And we're just coming up to the that funny shaped house. They call it the 50 pence house locally. It's the same shape as a 50 pence. It was an old toll house years ago. And oh, look, a big lorry. Yeah, that's where I do a lot of my filming, when we do the Agatha meets, and I go round that bend and I film the cars coming backwards and forwards. I just like this area. It's nice and peaceful. It's a nice driving road. And yeah, so I do realise this is a waffle. If you're new to the channel, Waffle Wednesday is the clue. Just to catch up, really. So as it goes at the moment, Statfold will be, I've just realised, Statfold will be the next time that Agatha comes out for a show, which is local to me. That's only about 10 miles from me, and that's a weekend show. And the camper van will be coming to that. Heather will drive the van, I will drive the car. We'll stop for the weekend, we'll show the car both days. I think that's in, I'm going to say September. Yeah, I think that's before the Milton Keynes show that I'm going to take the Rover to. So basically, for the whole of the rest of July now, Agatha will be tucked up in the garage and will not come out. For August, I've got a couple of weekends free from camping at the moment, but if the weather improves, I'll be going camping all through August. And so then we're into September, when there's definitely a couple of car shows. So the content might go a bit light on the car channel again, unfortunately. I am sorry about that. And I know the train videos don't go down well, but if I do get the odd train thing, I'll stick it up. If Lee does a bit of filming on the Jag or Mrs. Wynn, you know, God bless him, he's a lovely guy. He's really helping the channel out with the content he throws for me. And I know he is going to try and film the repair on the Rover when he does the sills. Later this week, I'll be taking the Rover to Lee, and he's got it for a week while I'm away, and he's going to weld it for me. So there will be a bit of content coming, but I've got no control over it myself. I don't know what's going to be filmed. So stick with us. I don't like to do these waffles all the time, but if I get stuck, I will do one on the way to work, just as a catch-up. YouTube doesn't like you to lie dormant on the channel, and yeah, I know they're not great, but I'll do what I can for you guys. I said guys, kill me. People who say guys on YouTube channels, please shoot me now. That was terrible. Anyway, hi guys, welcome to the channel. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Please, if you ever see me do that at a show, punch me in the balls. Anyway, that'll do for now. I can't see how long I've been waffling because the clock's really small when I'm on this. We're just coming into Walton-on-Trent. Incidentally, this is where, when I do the waffles to work on the morning, you usually see me turning and going over the little river bridge. This is the other way in. I've got this strange OCD. I can't go anywhere and come back the same way, unless of course there's no choice, but there is with work. So I always come back the pretty way. I always go to work the shitty way down the A38, but I always come back the lanes way. So there on my left now is where I turn in and go over the bridge, and then this is the way that I normally drive in. And on that note, we'll turn left and we'll head on home. I will catch you again, don't know where, don't know when. I presume you'll see something from Lee before me. Thanks for watching, see you soon, bye bye. And there she is, in the garage for at least a good month or so. All nice and clean though. I always leave the battery disconnected. And there we go. Bonnet's just up at the minute because obviously the engine's hot from running in. I'll shut that later. Right, just as a little add-on at the end, that's where we are with the tank of E10. Just touching the top of the red, and the mileage 34,891.